Carrie Rivero, Executive Director with Helping Seniors, and you are listening to Garden City Community Chat. And now, our host, Carrie Parton.
Good evening and welcome to Garden City Community Chat. This podcast is dedicated to promoting our community and yours, offering news you can use and much more. And now, Garden City Community Chat. Well, hello and welcome to Garden City Community Chat. This is show number 314 for October 20th, 2016. We are coming to you live from the chat studio right here in Garden City, Michigan, and we want to say hi and welcome to our listeners in Wayne, Westland, Dearborn Heights, Dearborn, Inkster, Redford, Livonia, and Plymouth. Oh, and Canton. That's a mouthful, Mike.
It is.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We appreciate it. This is Garden City's only live podcast where we share news you can use and promote our community and yours. I'm your host, Carrie, and joining me tonight is former Garden City Councilman and longtime resident, Mr. Mike Jones. Mike, how are you?
I'm excellent, Carrie, but I'm getting better, thank you.
And our favorite weather guy, although a soggy one today, Dr. Tom Iwinski. Tom, how you doing?
Good. A little wet, but good.
Little wet, yeah. And you were on the Weather Channel again tonight. Did a little segment there, huh?
Yes, I did. Talking about that good old rain today.
Good old rain. Joy and Holly are back again with their 2-minute gardening tips tonight. They have a couple of essential tools that you might want to purchase to help you out with your gardening, so stay tuned for that. Then Mike's going to be here once again to close out the show with some community announcements and events for us as always. Right, Mike?
That's right, Carrie.
So please sit back, relax, grab your favorite beverage, and enjoy the show for about the next 60 minutes or so. You know, community events are not just taking place here in Garden City, but in our surrounding communities as well. So remember, if your community has some great events coming up, get that information to us so we can promote it for you. Just email the information to us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, and Mike will be more than happy to share that with our listeners. That's what we're here for, to promote our community and yours. We invite you to be a part of the conversation here tonight. If you have any questions or comments for any of us or our guests, we would love to hear from you. It's very easy. Just give us a call at 1-724-444-7444 and under the call ID 82757 followed by the pound sign. Or you can join us in our chat room by going online to TalkShoe.com. Search for call ID 82757. That's going to take you right to our main show page. Just click on that large join in button. A window will open. Sign in as a guest. And that's all there is to it. Once you're in the chat room, you can type your questions and comments at the bottom of the page, and you'll find our phone number and show ID there as well. If you'd like to text your questions to us at number 734-788-9319, we look forward to hearing from you. Tonight we are happy to welcome 2 first-time guests to the show. First up, we're going to have Kim White Jenkins. She is the co-founder and partner at Helium Studio in Wayne. Shout out to Wayne. Thanks for listening to us in Wayne. And our second guest tonight is Garden City resident and candidate for Garden City School Board, Candace Ward Westbrook. Although I can call you Candace Westbrook, right? Both will be here shortly, right after the weather segment, so please stay tuned for that. Now, don't forget, all our shows are recorded, so you can catch them later at your convenience, which several of our listeners do by going to our main show page, where you'll find all 314 shows listed for you over there in order. So please check them out. The audio from tonight's show will be posted on our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat about 30 minutes or so after we sign off tonight. So you can look out for that as well. And we are also doing a live unedited video of tonight's show, so you can put a face with the voice, and that will be available tomorrow on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/communitychatshow. Please watch for that, and while you're there, why not subscribe to our channel? That way you'll be notified when we post future shows. Just click on that little red subscribe button right below the video, and all the videos of our past shows are there as well, so please check them out. Don't forget, we are in iTunes. Just search for GC Community Chat. All right. I want to remind you that next week we will not be live. We'll be running an encore show for you because we're going to be at the Trunk or Treat. Mike, you're going to be there, right?
Absolutely, Carrie. I wouldn't miss it.
That's going to be a big one.
Yeah, very big.
We'll
have my 11-year-old granddaughter there. And
Awesome. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about that a little later in the show, but mark your calendars for the following week because November 3rd, when we welcome Sarah Roffey, Darlene Jablonski, and Lynette Childress, all school board candidates to the show. That'll be a full house. And still in November, we welcome another first-time guest to the show, Miss Kim Pianco. She is the CEO and owner of American Therapy Centers, which just opened in Westland. And she'll be here to tell us all about her business and answer any questions that you might have. So hope you'll be able to join us. We have a bunch of good guests coming up. All right, let's get Tom in here now and see what the weather's all about for the rest of the week and the weekend, and then we'll get to our guests for tonight. All right. Okay, let's get a check on the weather with Doppler Tom, see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend. Tom, what do you have for us? Well, we know it's been wet.
Yeah, it's definitely been a rainy day today.
Yeah.
But before we get into today's weather, I just want to talk about how wild this week has been. We started out Monday and we were in the low 80s. I mean, something that interesting and high of a temperature in October, especially late October, is something that we don't really get here usually in Michigan. And it was a very nice, warm day, and I now feel like that's one of our last warm days of the year. And if you like that warm weather, I hope you enjoyed it because I don't really see any more 80-degree days than I do.
we'll be back in May.
The next week. And as we got into Tuesday, that colder wind started to really get in. We were in the 70s, and it was pretty interesting because Tuesday morning, and from Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, we were at a low temperature of 70 degrees. That is the warmest temperature ever in the month of October for us. So just wanted to briefly mention that. It's pretty impressive to get something that warm this time of year. And like you said tonight, now we're in a storm system, and it's been pretty much a rainy day all throughout the day. And we're now, I just looked at the rain gauge, we're now close to an inch of rain. So we're definitely getting up there in the rain totals. And those temperatures aren't really going up as well. I mean, we're in the low 50s right now, and we pretty much have been there all day. And this rain, I do see an end of it in the sights, but you're going to have to wait a little longer. It's probably not going to start tapering off until well after midnight, probably around 2 a.m. And then those clouds will kind of still be around. I don't really see them breaking up as we get into tomorrow. We'll probably see a little bit more sunshine than obviously today, and those temperatures will be much cooler, though, in the low 50s. So a drier day and a cooler day as we get into tomorrow. And then as we get into the weekend, overall, it looks like a good weekend. Temperatures are going to be in the 50s on Saturday. Good fall day, if you will, a lot of sunshine, and no big worries to worry about on Saturday. And as we get into Sunday, pretty much a carbon copy, but just a little bit warmer in the lower 60s. So if you have any outdoor plans this weekend, it looks like it's going to be a great weekend. And as we get into next week, it looks like overall a dry week. Unfortunately, as I looked at the weather models, a little bit of a spooky forecast on Thursday for the trunk or treat. I do see a little bit of a trick more than a treat, and we're going to talk about that as we get closer to the date, but I do see a little bit of rain on Thursday, and we'll see how that shakes out with the timing-wise. I do think that the majority of the rain will be out by the time this gets going, but it does look like it could be raining during the day, and a lot of people are going to be shaken on whether or not to really go out. And I don't really want to discourage people from going out because it probably won't be raining by the time the evening hours get around.
Well, that's good.
All right, let's hope.
But I just needed to mention that because you should probably, if you have those costumes, you should probably think about adding a little bit of an extra layer just in case because it's going to, again, be a little bit on the cooler side, probably in the 50s. So just wanted to briefly mention the weather for Thursday. I know it's a little bit out, but it's still noted to where we're going to be talking about it just briefly. And overall, I do see these temperatures next week going to be in the 50s and 60s. So a nice change in the air as we get into next week, and it's going to be a drier air because Monday and Tuesday it's a little bit on the humid side, and a little bit of rain later in the week, but nothing too crazy to deal with like today, so that's some good news. And as we get into the weekend of next weekend, temperatures are going to be in the 50s as well. So that's probably looking like the temperatures as we get close to Halloween. I know it's a little early to talk about Halloween, but I don't think that we're going to be dealing with any big storms because you can really see those well in advance. But temperatures will probably be on the cooler side in the probably in the 60s and 50s. So overall, I do think Halloween will be good, but not as cold as it has been the last few years, so that's some good news. And as we expand out, we're going to talk about some other weather. Our region has just been raining all day. That rain is now going to be moving into the northeast over the next few days, and they're going to be dealing with a lot more rain than we have because that system is going to kind of stall out, and there's going to be some flooding out there as well across New York. And New York is going to be an interesting state because parts of upstate New York is going to see some snow. I don't want to say that too loud, but yes, they are going to see that white
Snow?
there. Yeah,
Oh,
believe
my
it or
God.
not, they're going to see that or as we get into the weekend. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it snows 6 months a year.
Yeah, now that we're getting into late October and November, that's when you really start to see the snow begin to pick up, especially in the higher elevations of New York and the Northeast. No snow here in Michigan. So
Yay.
and as we talk about the West Coast, like I was talking about last week, they've been dealing with a lot of storm systems, especially across the northwestern United States, but California is still dry. The center of the country is pretty dry as well, and no big severe weather to deal with as well. That's pretty much common this time of year as we get late in the season. And the tropics are also much quieter than it was the last few weeks. I don't see any big intimate storms to deal with as well. So, and they're still recovering from Matthew across the Carolinas because of flooding out there. So that's pretty much the weather going around the country. And here, if you want to keep tuned to all my local weather information, just go to my website, drtomsweather.com.
All right. Thank you. Mike has a question.
No, it's not really a question. I just like to comment weather-wise. My wife's relatives in the Philippines have been really getting blasted.
Really?
This is second
Yeah,
typhoon
I
that's
just,
going through like
just
Oh,
mentioned,
wow. That's crazy.
yeah, they get typhoons pretty much on a daily basis there because they just come off that warm Pacific Ocean and they just spin up every other week, it feels like. And, yeah, just that is worth mentioning, definitely.
Yeah, well, I hope they're safe over there, Mike.
Yeah, I do too. A lot of people having to be evacuated, especially coastal areas.
Yeah. All right. Well, at this time, I would like to welcome co-founder and partner from the Helium Studio, Kim White Jenkins. Kim, thanks for coming on the show tonight.
Thanks for inviting me, Carrie and Mike.
Good to have you. Good to have you. So first, Kim, we like to find out a little bit about our guests. Why don't you share a little bit of information about yourself?
Sure. I'm a resident of Westland. My husband and I live in Westland, and I went to Wayne State University. I have a lot of affinity and love for the city of Detroit, and I think that's reflected in a lot of the offerings in our shop, which is why I mention it. My husband works for Federal Mogul Corporation. He's a test technician, and he also makes jewelry with me. We've been making jewelry together for about 7 years or so.
Wow. Interesting, interesting. So your business, it's the Helium Studio. Tell us what it is and how did you come up with the name?
All right. Well, Helium Studio is an artist market. We represent right now more than 100 artists, just about all from
Wow.
Michigan, and all handmade or independently made. And by independently made, we mean that if we have mugs, the designs on the mugs were designed by someone on their own. It's not factory made. A lot of times these makers and crafters are doing things in their basements, on their kitchen table. They might have a little workshop, but for the most part, they're independent, not connected to big funders. And a lot of them are doing this work to support their family. It is their full-time job. And a lot of them, our first 50 or so, our inaugural 50 artists, we really met through our network of artists that we met as makers of jewelry and representing ourselves in other galleries and at shows and places like that.
So these artists, you give them the forum to sell their items at your store then?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And there are a lot of brands in our shop that you might see elsewhere. For example, we have Detroit Mercantile, which is located in Eastern Market.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
We have Peninsulas, which is located in Berkeley. These are
Wow.
larger organizations. And then we have a lot of smaller artists, individuals from Wayne and Livonia and Westland,
Well, that's
all the way up
nice.
to Traverse City and over to Chelsea.
Gives them the opportunity to. So you sell like kind of on consignment then? Is that what it
We
is?
do, largely on consignment. A lot
Okay.
of our new artists come in that way.
Now, do you have any type of classes, or do you do crafty stuff that
Yes,
people?
we have offered a number of classes since February, and that's been great for us. It's brought people into Helium Studio who might not have shopped there. They came in for the class first and then shopped second. And the classes are taught by our artists.
Okay.
And I've taught jewelry classes in the past. And so you can have a private party, for example, if you want to have girls' night out or come out with your kids, and we'll let you know what kinds of classes that you can use our classroom for. We have a small room. We can fit 12 to 15 people. And we've taught everything from jewelry making to glass mosaic to drawing, magnet making, all those kinds of things.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask, what about, do you get into any type of greenware or anything like that?
You mean pottery?
Yeah.
No, we don't really have the
Ceramic.
facility for pottery. In fact, when people ask us about that, we send them to Michigan Arts Center.
Oh, do you?
which is
Okay, yeah.
Garden City.
Yeah.
Great Garden City group.
Yeah, that's a nice place over there. It's big too. Big.
Yes.
So whereabouts are you located in Wayne?
We are on Wayne Road. Many people know where Northside Hardware and Dairy
Oh, yeah.
Queen are.
Oh, yeah.
We're a couple blocks south on the Dairy Queen side of the street. We're
Okay.
right across from the fire station.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
Wayne,
easy to
between
find.
Michigan Avenue and Glenwood.
And plenty of parking in the back.
Plenty of parking. Wayne has no lack for parking.
Mm-hmm,
and we have plenty.
Good. So, Mike wanted to, being the science teacher he is, he wanted to know, do you have helium there?
We have gotten a few phone calls, people looking for helium tanks, and I've had to educate them on who we are. That gets to your question, why do we call ourselves Helium Studio?
Yeah.
And we want to be an uplift. We want to uplift our artists,
Okay.
our community, and our customers as well. So we'd like to carry merchandise that's on the inspirational side, that makes you feel good, and we try to be involved as much as we can with the Main Street movement
Right,
in
Main
Wayne,
Street.
which is really all about making our downtown more walkable. And Wayne is in the midst of a resurgence right now,
Yeah.
and we can see businesses coming into Wayne. And while Wayne has been in the news for being in some financial straits, to me as a business owner, it's kind of a background issue. I'm still responsible for growing my business, attracting other business owners to vacant properties in Wayne.
Right.
And there are some great values in Wayne right now for businesses and for someone who's looking to buy a home.
And I know Don Nicholson is quite involved. Isn't he on the
Right, he is
chamber?
the director of the chamber.
Okay,
Yes.
so I know, you got a great guy working for you there.
Yes,
you know.
definitely.
And yeah, I'm very impressed with the Wayne Main Street, the streetscape, and they've really improved it a lot.
And there are plans in the hopper to do a lot of things going forward, including developing a pocket park in an alley type space that goes from the Sims parking lot to Michigan Avenue. So you'll be able to park and then walk through an area where there will be a fountain and there will be lighting and benches.
Wow.
And right now there are a couple trees in there, but they want to create
Very
a
nice.
little more of a space where people can hang out for a while. Food trucks can come park there, and you can eat your lunch there.
Yeah, you do have a lot of destinations there. I mean, you have the movie theater, and,
Right.
and what's the big restaurant we went to? Avenue,
Well,
the
the
Avenue,
Avenue
very
restaurant,
nice,
fantastic,
very nice,
fantastic
great food.
We have a lot of retail businesses on Michigan Avenue that are gems. For example, Designer Warehouse, Puffer Reds, a lot of high-ticket items there. High-style items is probably another way to describe them. And brands like Pharrell Williams' $1 Billion Boys Club brand, if you're looking for clothing of that type, and all kinds of athletic shoes that are very high style, and then Leo's Jewelry. Right
Yeah,
there in
Leo's
the
been
same-
there. Yeah, that's an icon over there.
Right.
Been there forever.
And then we have, on the other end of the spectrum, we have fantastic thrift shopping. There's 3 destinations in Wayne for thrifting. So if you're someone who likes to refinish furniture or put jewelry together, or if you like to dress in vintage or reclaimed, upcycled, we have Tried and True on Michigan Avenue. We have AKA Treasures on Wayne Road, and we have Trendsetters Boutique on Glenwood.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, you're really growing, that's for sure. So if people want a unique gift, they can come to your place, I would imagine, and find it.
We have everything from photography to pottery to jewelry to bath and body items. We have fantastic gifts that are Michigan-focused, Detroit-focused, and Wayne-focused, too. So folks in Wayne
Lot
who
of
are
local,
listening,
yeah, a lot
we
of
have
local.
coasters. We have hood maps. It's a drawing made by an artist in Ohio that created kind of a stylized print of the roads of Wayne. We have jewelry related to Wayne, and just all kinds of great gifts, barware, and then we have some vintage also sprinkled in there as well.
Now, you said you have classes. How often do you hold classes? I mean, does it vary or?
A couple times
Depending.
a month, but it's also on demand. So if someone wants to hold a party, then we make arrangements to do that as soon as they want to. So.
Okay. And what's the price range in your
Classes?
shop roughly?
Oh, in the shop?
Yeah.
From $1.50 to $350. So we have
Wow,
everything
great
from flare
diversity
pins to $5 tea lights to greeting cards to $350 glass mosaics.
So very
Everything
reasonable.
in between.
Yeah, something for everybody.
Absolutely.
And what about the classes? Prices there? Does that vary too? Then I would
15
imagine.
to 45.
Wow, that's very, very reasonable.
Right. And you
Awesome.
leave with a great piece that you can say, I made it at Helium Studio.
Yeah, and it's an original.
Yes, it is.
Nobody else has it.
Right.
Well, that's awesome, Mike.
Well, I was just going to say that helium is the second most uplifting element you can have.
Yeah.
And it's not flammable like hydrogen, so it's good.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I mean, that's really, I like how you explain that, to uplift your business, and that's good.
And we like to work with other businesses in the area to help promote them, and they promote us in return, and that has worked wonders. We had a fantastically attended girls' night out in July, and we worked with businesses in the area, partnered with Perfectly Paired, which is a new women's boutique just a block away from us, and the store was jam-packed.
Yeah.
We had food and refreshments, and ladies went from one shop to the other. We just had a flea market behind us, had about 20, 25 vendors, everything from pickers to handmade folks to painters, other artists, potters, and that surprised a lot of people. So
Yeah.
I love doing things where people kind of say, hey, I've never really been to Wayne to hang out here, and you guys are busy, and we definitely are. Things
Good,
happening
good.
all the time.
Well, I'm definitely going to make a trip over there. Cheryl, I think you've been there, right? Numerous.
Yes.
Okay.
Cheryl's a great
Yeah.
cheerleader.
Well, I have to come check it out.
Plaque in our bedroom that you probably know.
Oh,
Just walk
oh
by.
yeah, right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a nice clock.
No, not the plaque, the plaque.
Oh, the
that says
plaque.
love.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice plaque too.
Whatever it is, it's very nice.
It's very nice.
And the dance bookshelves have a wonderful home.
Oh, correct. That's right. Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
We
I'm
have
glad you
a couple
got
great
a
display
use.
pieces from your family. so.
Awesome. Yeah. Put it to good use. Well, hey, that's great. Anything coming up that you want to talk about? Any classes coming up?
Well,
or
we have lots of events coming up, so I'll quickly mention.
Mm-hmm.
So Helium Studio stands for our jewelry line, and we'll be repping our jewelry line at Divine Child, which is a fantastic boutique, November 5th.
Okay.
Then we'll have the whole store represented at Hype on November 6th, where there's going to be a great vendor show.
Mm-hmm.
November 26th is Small Business Saturday, so all the shops in Wayne will have
yeah,
things going on.
Yeah. We'll be
And-
busy too.
We're
Oh,
very aware of that
definitely.
date.
Oh, and our birthday party is November 12th, so we'll be having cake, and we'll be kicking off a gift registry.
Oh,
so
cake?
If you want people to shop
When-
for you.
when is this? November 12th,
Just
okay.
write down cake.
And what's the time on that? Do you know?
It will be 10 to 4.
10 to
So
4.
all day long.
Okay. All right. That's what day is that? That's
That's a Saturday.
Yeah.
oh, we'll be there.
All right.
Yeah, cake.
And then another big event, and again, to be this uplift, we want to partner with many organizations, and we're working with the Notre Dame Lounge, which is also known as the Knights of Columbus, across the street from us on Wayne
okay.
Road.
Okay.
And we'll be doing a holiday sip and shop, December 2nd. And the theme is around hospitality giving. So if you plan to put together some host or hostess gifts, we'll have some great vendors there who we don't normally carry during the year. So artisanal food vendors. So we
Okay.
will have, we have confirmation from Beaubien Fine Foods out of Detroit, and they have jams and jellies and mustards and chutneys. And we also have confirmed McClary Brothers, which they are local, and they create drinking vinegars. So if you're into making vintage cocktails,
Really?
the bar at
Drinking
the KFC
vinegars.
will be creating 4 different styles of Moscow mules with the McClary vinegars.
Wow.
So that'll be from 6 to 10 on December 2nd at the KFC. And they will serve dinner, but it's all a la carte. And
Okay.
it's a family event, and you can come in anytime between 6 and 10 and
Do
shop
you know
with
the
our
cost for
vendors.
that, or?
Their dinners, they serve everything from hamburgers to
Oh, okay.
fish and chips. So
Okay.
it's really very reasonably priced
Okay.
for a family.
Yeah, if you can email any of that stuff to me,
I will definitely.
Mike be more than happy to share that with our listeners.
I
Right,
will
Mike?
definitely
Absolutely.
do that. And as
Yeah.
we get more details, I'll keep you up to date.
Yeah, sounds
Looking
great.
for more Wayne announcements.
So your address once again?
3127 South Wayne Road.
Okay.
We're between Ash and Elm Streets.
Awesome. And you are the co-founder, so you have a partner, I would
With my
imagine.
husband, Dave.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, so let's give him a shout
We
out.
create jewelry together. Yes. Dave, love you.
Hello, Dave.
And Dave started contributing by working in metal. He likes to work in copper. So anything that's fired, hammered, riveted, soldered, folded, he's involved with. And then he creates these pieces that become pendants, bracelets, rings.
So you know Don Wakefield then?
I know of Don. So
Oh, well, you need to make a connection there because
I've,
I think you guys could do well together.
I've been trying to get him to look at some of our buildings. In
Oh,
Wayne,
I'll
so-
drag him over there. It's no problem.
All right, fantastic, fantastic.
Yeah.
We have acreage if he wants. I hear he wants a sculpture garden. We have acreage.
Yeah,
And
he's
we
looking.
also have buildings.
Okay. All right. But we have to get ours in Garden City first. Let's get that going.
It sounds like he can do 2 places at once, though.
Yeah, he's
so-
pretty multitasking, but no, I'm definitely going to connect you with him because I think that you'd really blend well together.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mike,
I think
anything?
having more art-related activities.
Sounds like a symbiotic relationship to me.
Mm-hmm.
The arts will really help revitalize Wayne. I mean, that's my belief, and it's happened in many other cities, and we're really on the verge of resurging. So.
That's what we're hoping too, because make it a destination.
Mm-hmm.
Not just a drive-through city. Make something a destination, and if art and that does it, so be it.
Mm-hmm. And we already have the Rouge. I don't know how many people know that you can go to Gowdy Park, just 2 blocks from us, and drop your canoe or your kayak into the Rouge. We have
Oh wow!
a place where you can do that now, and there's not many people who can boast that they have the Rouge River right there.
And it's probably up the water with all this rain.
They just had a ribbon cutting October 8th, and it was perfect.
I'll be darned. I didn't know that myself. Did you know that? No, I didn't know that.
We have a group of folks who pays attention to if there are any jams or if there needs to be any clearing so that people can kayak
through.
or canoe or row. And they're all volunteers. And
We
they
have
just
been to
connect with
Gowdy
each
several
other.
times. We do like Gowdy Park, and they have a great little farmer's market there.
We do. And concerts in the park in the summer.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
fantastic things going on.
Well, it sounds like Wayne has a lot to offer too. You're just as busy as we are, it sounds like.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. That's what brings people into your community, and we can share.
Definitely. Well,
Right?
I love looking at everything you're doing in Garden City. It seems like there's so much to do. And
Yeah,
and,
we have a good time.
I love learning from your example. So
Yeah, and I see you on Facebook, and I watch that too, the Main Street and all that, and a lot of good ideas. Cheryl's always looking for ideas too to pass along to our DDA or whatever, and the Garden City Business Alliance. So,
Great.
well, look, did you cover everything?
I think I did.
All right.
You know, I will mention one more thing because you mentioned Main Street. And Wayne Main Street, was started 2 years ago by a number of volunteers.
Yeah, it's fairly
and you
new.
have to petition to become a Main Street community to the state of Michigan.
Hmm.
And it's been sustained by one staff person and interns, but a number of volunteers for the past 2 years. And I can't tell you how helpful Wayne Main Street has been in terms of sponsoring events, connecting us to resources. So
That's
if I need
awesome.
a commercial roofer, Main Street will give me some connections.
Oh, that's great.
If I need to make business connections, they do that. And I think a lot of the resurgence of Wayne, especially at this time, is due to Wayne Main Street's activities, and I just want to give them their props.
They're doing a great job. Cheryl, you're not on mic, but
I know, but we can relay this.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank Teresa Manuel because Teresa introduced me to Kim.
Teresa, yeah.
And then brought me over to the studio for the first time and
Yeah.
got the connection, and we did the chocolate walk and just all kinds of.
Yeah, Teresa Manuel, we'll give
Teresa's
her a
a
shout
great
out.
friend,
Yeah,
and
she's done a lot too in the city, and she's with DDA, and we've
Yep.
worked well together with them. So
Yep, and Teresa and I go to the same church, Merriman Road.
yeah, Merriman Road, give them a shout out,
That's
Pastor
right.
Wayne.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for coming on. We really appreciate it. It was interesting. And Mike, you have anything you want to say?
No, that was great, Gary.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
I did.
It was painless.
Looking forward to you coming to visit.
Oh, definitely. I'm looking forward to that cake.
Okay. What's your favorite flavor?
I'm very easy to please.
Okay.
I'll eat any kind.
All right.
Well, thanks a lot for coming on. And once again, whenever you want to come back, feel free to come back anytime.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
both.
Thank you, Kim.
Gary will be there on the 12th.
Yes, definitely. All right, so let's move on to our second guest, who's been waiting patiently. She's a resident of Garden City and also a candidate for the Garden City School Board, Candace Westbrook. How you doing?
Good. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Absolutely.
And I was very interested in everything that she was talking
Isn't
about.
that something? Yeah, that was really something. We're going to have to make a trip over there, right?
Yeah. Cake. I want
Cake?
cake too.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you to do the same thing. Tell us a little bit about yourself and then explain why you decided at this time to run for school board.
Well, my name is Candace Westbrook, and I grew up in the Wayne Westland area.
Okay.
I'm married to my high school sweetheart from John Glenn High School.
Uh-oh.
And we have 3 boys, all attending Garden City. One graduated in 2012, one just graduated in 2016, and then we have a sophomore who's our baby. So
Wow.
we're looking forward to empty nest.
You're living in Garden City
We
now,
live
though.
in Garden City. Yes, we live over by Middle Belton Ford.
Okay.
And, we're excited to hear that they're going to be opening an art studio over there. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's going to be real nice, real nice. So why did you decide to run for school board now?
Well, I'm a firm believer that when you tell your kids and try to teach your kids lessons, you make sure you follow your own lessons. So I've always told my kids to don't be a part of the problem, be a part of the solution.
Okay,
So
I
if
like
you
that.
don't like something, then you have to help change it. So I've always wanted to, be involved with kids, and having 3 boys, I've been heavily involved in sports and other community things.
Yeah, you were part of the GCYAA, I think?
Yes, I am part of GCYA.
Or you still are?
I'm the current treasurer for them.
Okay.
And I've been volunteering with them for a little over 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have any kids in GCYA anymore, but, I have a lot of kids who I feel like are my kids.
Right.
So basically, I just wanted to get myself out there and, try to make a difference. You hear a lot of things. It's a small community, so people talk, and you start thinking, well, yeah, that would be a good change, or yeah, that should be something that's, put out there and discussed. And so I'm going to be part of the change I want to see. And
Yeah, I'm a firm believer that, you got to have an open mind and fresh new ideas are always welcome, you would think, right?
very important. I mean, we do have a board who's been there for a long time. They've been together for a long time. A set of fresh eyes and ears and
Yeah, wouldn't hurt, right?
opinions, that never hurts.
I understand that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Sometimes things get a little complacent, and you need someone to get in there and shake things up a little bit and hope that, you can be a part of a group that makes some really positive changes.
Are there any specific issues that you'd like to champion or address or see the school board act on?
Well,
changes?
some changes, there are some changes I'd like to see. I'd like to see, a little bit extra, maybe AP curriculum added. I know that a lot of our surrounding cities offer a lot more AP classes than we do. So
Okay, you want to explain for our listeners what AP
Oh,
is?
that's advanced placement classes.
Okay.
So,
I mean, not everybody would,
yes,
maybe wouldn't
no, I
know that.
didn't. Yeah. No, advanced
He was
placement
on a school
classes.
board, so he would know.
Right, and college is very competitive now.
Yeah.
Especially to get into the bigger universities.
Mhm.
I mean, so that's a driving factor.
But it's a little tough right now with the class sizes too, isn't it?
It's very tough with class sizes right now. Our teachers have heavy loads and big classes, and especially in the lower L's, the elementaries.
So let me ask you, how do you feel about school of choice? I mean, do you think that's a good thing? I know it drives the numbers up, but it's harder on the teachers because it makes the classroom sizes so much
It's harder
larger.
for the teachers, and it's harder for us as a community because we get paid per pupil. So
Right. So
when
it's kind of
students
a
choose other schools because maybe they offer the AP classes that we don't. Excuse me. Then we lose a little bit.
so we don't have AP classes then?
We do have some. We do. We
Okay.
have. I know we have a government, foreign language. We have AP.
Okay.
History. We have an AP, and we have AP math as well.
No
But
AP science classes?
I do.
See, he's a big
I think
science
we
guy.
might have an AP biology now.
And that's going to be very important, like you said, in the future. It really is.
Oh.
That
No, the whole,
what's
the whole STEM stuff.
right STEM exactly?
Science, technology, engineering, math.
Very important. Okay, so we need more AP classes.
Yes, and we also need to draw our families back to Garden City schools. So when I moved to Garden City, one of my big draws, moving from Westland to Garden City was the schools. I had friends in the city, and they sold it. We have neighborhood schools. We have language
charter.
and elementary.
We have charter too.
Yeah, but that's not. We don't want charter. We want them to come to their community school.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah,
thank you,
there's
Tipton and Mike Collard over at Tipton.
Mm-hmm.
But we want our kids in our community school. Our schools are a direct reflection of our city, and
Mm-hmm.
we need to draw in our kids. And
So why do you think those kids are going to Tipton?
I think class size is a driving
Mm-hmm.
factor there. They do have the lower class sizes. They have a little bit more freedom. They're not under the same strict state laws and stuff that the public schools are
Mm-hmm.
under. So I think funding is an issue. So there's all different kinds of reasons why I think they go.
Okay, so I asked you about school of choice. You weren't really a big fan of that.
I'm not a big fan of school choice because I really believe in neighborhood schools. Public schools have been in place for forever.
Mm-hmm.
They've been successful, and I think we need to support our community school.
Okay, so we have a regional enhancement millage on the proposal in November.
Yes.
Your thoughts on that?
Very important for our district.
So do you
Very
really
important.
think that is going to, cut down on the class sizes, reduce the class sizes, and
That's not a guarantee, but
Yeah.
what is a guarantee is we will get $1,005.
yeah, I have that.
$385 a student, which is very big.
Right, it's supposed to help with class size, textbooks, replace aging buses, higher quality teachers, among other measures.
Well, the best thing about it is that the school district can use that money for what they want to use for it. So,
Okay.
Our superintendent.
Yeah, because there's
did.
several districts that are going to be getting it,
All
and
Wayne County.
All of Wayne County, yeah.
Schools. We pass together, we fail together. So
Right.
if this millage passes, it passes for all of
but
us.
each district pays a different amount according to their home values, right?
It's based on home value. So the example they gave is if you have a $100,000 valued house, you would pay about $8 a month, which
Mm-hmm.
I understand. For some families, they think, I don't have kids in the school district. Why do I I'm on a fixed income.
Well, that's like us. We don't have kids in school anymore, but yet we still support our schools
Yes.
and our
Our
education.
schools are a reflection of our community.
It is. It really is.
It's a
Yeah, if
very
you have good
important thing.
schools, you're going to draw good families.
And you bring people, which helps real estate,
Right, right.
jobs.
So it's a 6-year, $2 million tax plan, and they say it'll generate $80 million in the first year alone. Garden City would get about $1.5 million the first year, with households paying about $84 a year.
Yep.
sound
And
right?
$84 sounds like a lot, but when you look at $8 a month,
Spread. Yeah.
you know, I mean, I'm a smoker. That's a pack of cigarettes. If that means I smoke a pack less, I
Shame
smoke
on
a
you.
pack less. But, you know, $8 to help
Yeah.
out your community and the kids in our community who really, really deserve the best education that we can provide them,
Mm-hmm.
that it's well worth it.
As I used to say when I was on the school board, you got a real obligation to the kids that are there because
You got to invest in your future.
they
You do.
get one chance for an education, and if you don't provide it or you blow it, there's no way they can make that up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's true.
Very true.
Well, I think it's got a pretty good shot of passing, I would say.
I would really hope so, but like I said, you know, in some
there's-
communities it might not pass, but
Yeah.
if we can get together as a county and get the majority, that's all we need.
Mm-hmm.
So
There's going to be some people that are going to vote against it just because of
Oh, absolutely.
financial,
Because it's a tax.
it's a tax.
yeah.
yes.
Right. Absolutely. And, you know,
There are
with this
others like-
election, boy, anything, anything's possible.
That is true. That is true. But I really think that the current board has done the best they can do, you know, getting us out of deficit. And I just came from a meeting for the district planning committee, and Mr. Fisher had said that if we get this mill passed, that we could actually be out.
Oh, wow.
Yes, by the end of the school year.
Well, that is awesome.
Yes, that takes a full year, which is pretty
Yeah.
amazing.
What'd you think of the parking lot situation over there? I mean, are you kidding me? Lake Garden City there for a while?
Oh, it was
Is
a
it-
lake. It was a lake. They were back out there working today, though.
Were they?
So, well,
Kind
they got
of.
everything out. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's in progress.
They're still hoping to get that done by November or when?
Yeah,
by the
I
end of the
believe
year?
that's what the original plan was, that they'd start mid-October and be done.
And that's the county doing it? Or,
Well, it's actually the county kind of slowed it down a little bit. You know,
Okay.
everything was submitted, but from my understanding of it, we needed to have a change to the original plans, which means that something had to be produced. So the reason for the delay was, you know, we had to wait for the parts to be manufactured. So
okay.
those big old circle things, I think that's what they needed to work on.
Yeah, right,
So, the
exactly.
important draining.
Yeah,
things,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
So it was also mentioned that they may be closing possibly a school in Garden City.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
And-
closing one of the elementary schools for next year.
And reusing it for something else. What are your thoughts on that?
Mr. Fisher actually covered that tonight at the meeting. So
geez,
I have
I
two
must have
thoughts.
ESP.
My personal thought is, you know, well, it's not an ideal situation, and a lot of people don't really understand why and all that right now. Repurposing it
Yeah.
means we're still keeping it. So if we do grow, it's still our building. It's still available to reopen as a school. I believe what his plan is to move central office in there and possibly,
Is that the one on Radcliffe, you mean?
yes, that's on Radcliffe. So possibly either rent that or sell that.
But do we know what school yet?
We do not know what school yet, so
And they don't really know what grade levels it'd be at the three remaining elementaries either, I don't believe,
there's
Right, right.
current talk that maybe moving sixth grade up
to middle school.
Oh,
the middle
yeah,
school.
yeah.
So, but they have a lot of things to work out still.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the parents have their say too, right?
Yep, there were some parents there who had a lot to say.
Yeah, I'd
So,
imagine.
I mean, it's a tough
It
change.
is,
We
it is.
just had a change, so a lot of people are a little reluctant to change again, but
Hey, it could be a lot worse. Could be Inkster, right?
It could be Inkster. We could be closing, you know, a school. We could be going under, like some schools, but we're not. You know, we're.
So I think the board and Derek Fisher, I mean, they're working together pretty well, don't you
They
think?
do. They work very well together.
And you really need that. You need that teamwork.
You do have to have a cohesive team, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you also have to have part of the community as part of your team. That's very important.
Yeah, true.
You know, the people in the community need to have a voice. It's their
Step
schools.
up.
We need them to participate. We need them to stay. We need them to recruit new families.
You know, that's always been an issue with parents in the schools. I mean, they have these fundraisers, and it's the same parents all the time volunteering. You know, you wonder where are all the other parents? We both worked. I know Cheryl worked, and she always made it to all the fundraisers for the kids.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
you
and
really
it's a
have to have
shame.
parent participation.
It is. It's a shame. The parents just don't participate
But
like
I
they
think
should.
if they feel like they're part of the team, we can get them to participate.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, GCYA, we have the same problems. You know, we need parent involvement. It's a completely volunteer organization. So
Yeah, they do a great job.
you get a lot of the same volunteers over and over, but we are able to draw our parents in to help us out. So, you know, I think once they see the value in the program, they're definitely willing to help out a little bit more. But they need to feel like you're listening to them and
Yeah, they
not
need
just-
to be a part
not
of it.
just listening, but actually hearing what they have to say.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, right.
this is an elected position, so
Yeah.
you want to pick people who, you know, are willing to listen
Mm-hmm.
and hear what your ideas and plans are. I think this meeting tonight was very good.
Productive.
There were quite a few parents there, so it was
Good.
good to see that.
That's good. So this is your first time running for
This is my first time running.
Okay.
My baby, like I said, is a sophomore, so I have
Okay.
a little bit more free time. I give a lot to GCYA, but
Mm-hmm.
now I, you know.
So you'll have a little more free time if you
Yes.
get elected.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, wait till you get elected. And you get these packets of information to go through every other week that are an inch thick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he knows.
It'll gobble up a little bit of your free time.
Well, I have no problem volunteering my time. I mean, during basketball season for GCY, I volunteer 20 hours a week, keeping score,
Wow.
running scoreboards, opening and closing gyms, cleaning gyms. During football season, I help in the concession stand. So
You get around.
I get around,
Yeah,
and
you're
I
busy.
have no problem giving up my time for kids.
Okay. Anything else you wanted to cover while we're here that you wanted to say?
No, I would like to ask everybody to please vote yes for that millage. We could really use it. It would make such a big difference for us.
Yeah, it's very important, you know.
Very
I mean,
important.
just get out and vote, period.
Just
you
get
know.
out and vote, period, for
Yeah.
all,
For
right,
all of it.
everything.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
But
This has been
this
a-
millage could be a really great thing for us.
A
and
real
the
changer.
fact that, you know, Derek Fisher and the school board
Mm-hmm.
have more of a say in where that money goes, that's big. So
Mm-hmm.
the state is not going to have control
Take
of
it
that.
away,
That's
take it
right.
away, take it
Yeah,
away.
There will be no taking away.
Yeah.
And it'll help us out $385 a student, which we could really use. So.
Yeah. Okay. Cheryl, you got any comments? You good over there? All right. Don't
Nobody
be so
called
quiet.
in. Nobody wants to ask me a question. or
No, you know,
anything?
we had a lot of people in the chat room, but nobody's saying anything.
It's probably
so.
most of my friends, so they can make fun of me because I'm so nervous. But I also want to say you can like my Facebook page.
Oh, yeah, you're on
Candace
Facebook.
Westbrook for Garden City Schools.
Okay.
I will always answer your messages, and if you have any questions, feel free. Or you
Yeah.
can email me at cmwestbrook@ymail.com. That's the letter Y, Y-M-A-I-L.
Ymail, I've never heard of that.
Ymail, that's a Yahoo thing because they started running out of usernames, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
So, but
I
yes.
thought I was up on that stuff.
No, I would love to have the opportunity to earn your vote. I will really fight hard for you. I will do everything I can. I'm not afraid to push and make calls, and you know, if the board needs someone to just be the squeaky wheel calling state or legislator, whatever, I'm more than happy to do that.
You'll
for you.
do it. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you
And
again.
best
I'm
of
very
luck to you.
excited.
Okay.
Thank you.
And anything else comes out, GCYAA or whatever, you want to come on, talk about that or whatever, you're
Right
welcome
now,
back.
basketball registrations for GCYA.
Okay, there you
grades
go.
3 through 8. You can see me at Moeller or email me at that email address I just gave you, and I'll be happy to meet up with you.
And what's the email again, once again?
cmwestbrook@ymail.com.
Okay. WESTBROOK.
That is it. And you can like GCYA basketball on Facebook, and you can like GCYAA on Facebook.
All right, very good. You guys did a great job, both of you. Really good job.
Thank you, because I'm very
Painless,
nervous.
painless, right?
It
You'd
was
have never
almost
guessed.
painless, but you didn't give me cake, so maybe next time.
I had pretzels.
I was thrilled to be here. Thank you.
Well, we appreciate you guys for coming, that's for sure. So
Thank you very much.
you're more than welcome to come back anytime. All right, Mike, you have any last words you want to say?
No, I'm holding off till announcements.
Good guess, huh?
Yep. About time for a little gardening tip, isn't it?
Yep, that's what I was just going to say. We're going to move on to our gardening segment, and then you're going to do your thing. He sings, you know.
Wow.
Wait till you hear him sing.
All right.
Just
Oh,
stick around
yeah.
About 3 more minutes.
I can't wait.
He's not shy. He's not shy either. All right, we're going to get Joey and Holly in here with their 2-minute gardening tips, and then we're going to get Mike in here to sing for us.
This is Gardening in 2 Minutes. With our years of experience in the garden and the kitchen, we have come up with 3 items that we would highly recommend you looking into and possibly purchasing. It will save you time and make your life so much easier when it comes to gardening and kitchen work.
One item would be a food mill. This is a food mill that mounts on the side of a table or counter, and it has an auger, it has a crank, and it saves you a lot of time because it separates out the seeds and the stems of many things and the skins that you want to can. So this includes things like tomatoes, fruits, squash, what have you, and it has different screen options that you can add to it, and it's definitely a big time saver because as you crank it, it actually takes longer to clean it usually than it does to process what you're putting through it, whether you're a canner or not.
The second item we highly recommend is a garden fork. This is a hard-tine metal fork. It's not a hay fork or a manure fork. These are forks that are designed to use in the soil. They make excavating root crops very easy. They do not destroy, in our opinion, the soil web as much as a shovel would, as well as they work very well for extracting weeds and roots, as most of the loose soil falls to the tines and it retains the structure of the weed or the root crop that you're digging up. You can find these at thrift stores or online. You can buy them at yard sales. They can be an investment, but it's an investment well worth the dollars.
We would also recommend knowledge. Knowledge is something that you gain by being a gardener and working in your garden yourself. Now you may say, this is my first year gardening, I don't know if I gained any knowledge, but you probably have. You have learned something about your yard or your soil or your raised bed or what have you, and what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Maybe you grew 2 tomato plants and that wasn't enough, or maybe you grew 10 tomato plants and that was too much. But we recommend your own garden knowledge.
As well as looking online for questions. Many people have suggestions, but they also have the correct answer as well. For more information on all of these, our weekly video productions, as well as our free downloadable digital quarterly magazines, you can find all that information at
thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.
For Gardening in 2 Minutes, I'm Joy Baird.
I'm Holly Baird.
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Before we get to Mike, I just want to mention to all the residents that the next regular city council meeting will be Monday, October 24th at 7 p.m. in the council chambers located at 6000 Middle Belt Road, and they urge all residents to attend. All right, I know you've all been waiting for this moment, so here we go.
I've been waiting.
Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye, yes, that'll be the day.
Okay, it's
when
time
you
for
make
some
me cry,
community
you say you're gonna
So let's
leave.
get Mike in here.
You know it's
Mike?
a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die.
All right. Yay, Mike.
Thank you, Kerry.
All right, you got it.
All right, we got some public announcements, some of which we've done before and a few of them are new. Ford Road in Garden City will be undergoing upgrades to LED street lighting during October. The areas affected include Ford Road from Merriman to Henry Ruff and Ford Road from Inkster to Garden. The work will vary throughout the area, but will include pole removal, underground directional boring, and burying of underground wire, the addition of metal poles in some areas, and the upgrade to LED lights throughout the area. Areas of Ford Road will experience temporary street light outages over the time of the project. The project, however, will not affect neighborhoods in any way. And if you haven't already noticed, then you haven't been driving on Cherry Hill, because the much anticipated road project has started on Cherry Hill between Merriman and Wayne. Crews are working there, and there are lanes restrictions. Speed limit is 30 throughout the construction zone and will be enforced by police. Please consider an alternate route. My family, we take Marquette. This is a large project that will take a while to complete. Please pay special attention to the construction zone and put down the damn phone. Put down the phone, I'm sorry.
Yeah, be careful with it.
Careful. Family show, right. Volunteer drivers are still needed for Meals on Wheels program and also needed at the thrift store. Please apply at Maplewood Center, 31735 Maplewood Street, Garden City, or call 734-793-1850 for more information. Hours are Monday through Friday from 8:45 to 9, and Saturday from 8:45 to 5 p.m. The Garden City Public Library is your place for books, DVDs, CDs, audiobooks, magazines, computer access, and free Wi-Fi. Throughout the year, we offer a variety of free programs for all ages. Garden City Public Library provides access to e-books via Overdrive and e-magazines via Zinio. Use your Garden City Library card. You will have access to these services from anywhere at any time. Please, for questions, please call the library at 734-793-1830. Upcoming events. I know Kerry will probably have more to say about this one, but we got a big one coming up a week from tonight in the Farmers Market lot, the spectacular Trunk or Treat.
I think that's spooktacular trunk or treat.
Spooktacular, you're right. Spectacular Trunk or Treat. Nice article in today's Observer on that.
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah, very good, Diane.
Free
did good.
admission, children 12 and under, please. Farmers Market's lot this year, we are asking attendees to please consider donating non-perishable or canned food items for the Garden City Home Food Pantry. We have a collection area available for your donations. If you'd like to participate, volunteer, or donate candy, please contact Elaine at esalter1125@yahoo.com or call 734-502-2046. We're hoping for nice weather, but just in case, we have a rain date, which is Saturday, October 29th. Same time, same place. Set up at 4 p.m. Event starts at 5:30 and runs till 7. Another big event coming up, sponsored by our county commissioner, is Make a Senior Smile. We're only a couple of weeks away until 2016 Make a Senior Smile Day on Saturday, November 5th. Hosted by Wayne County Commissioner Glenn Anderson. Don't miss out on moments like these. We will need plenty of volunteers to help us rake the lawns of some local seniors who could use a hand. If you're interested, please RSVP with Commissioner Anderson's office by phone at 313-224-8855. Talk to Jay. He's the one that organizes all that. Or email.
Boy, he does a good job.
Oh, Jay is fantastic.
Unbelievable.
He says to me, it's just part of my job. And I said, I don't think that's part of your job
No.
description, Jay. This is
he
one of
goes
the extras that you do.
well
On top
above
of it.
and beyond, yeah.
And he spends months preparing this thing.
Yep.
Or by email at district12@waynecounty.com. We hope to see you on November 5th. Community Shred Day, also on November 5th. From 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the City Hall parking lot, 6000 Middlebelt. Enter off Central Road from Ford Road. Garden City's Home Pantry will be having a food drive, and the Mobile Secretary of State will also be there, so you can do your Secretary of State business.
One-stop shop.
Without having to pick one of those lousy numbers and sit there for 45 minutes waiting for your turn to be called. They'll be able to take care of you. I think they said you can renew licenses and tabs and registrations like 3 to 6 months in advance.
Everything.
So
Yep.
there's no reason to put it off to the last minute if you can get it done quickly. And guess what? We got another big event coming up. 56th Annual Santaland Parade, Saturday, November 26th. You can get information from www.facebook.com/Santaland Parade. Winds up in a farmer's parking lot. It's a Garden City thing, and it's a tradition. Come and join in this wonderful event to highlight Santa Claus coming to Garden City. After the parade, children of all ages are invited to meet St. Nick himself. And like all of our big events, when it's over, it's not really over. We have the second annual Holiday Craft and Business Expo. Immediately open after the parade. It's Small Business Saturday, which we've already heard a little bit about today. November 26th from 12 to 4. Get your holiday shopping off to a fun and enjoyable afternoon with local businesses, crafters, and home-based businesses ready to serve you. For more information and to reserve your spot, contact Kelly at Guardian Martial Arts. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's all, folks. Guardian at GuardianMartialArts.com.
Yeah.
And just
I'm actually going to be putting an event page up for that soon on Facebook too, so they'll be able to go to that.
oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And just a couple days later, we got the holiday Christmas tree lighting on Monday, November 28th. Sing carols, enjoy hot chocolate, and count down to the lighting of our community Christmas tree in the Commons Corner, located at the northwest corner of Ford and Middlebelt. And I think right after that, they also put out the city lights in the business district, which are
down Ford
really
Road.
beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for something fun to do this October? Why not stop at the Strait Farmhouse, Garden City Historical Museum, and visit the Skeletons on Review
Oh, yeah,
exhibit.
that's pretty cool too.
The Skeletons on Review exhibit
Yeah.
shows skeletons posed in a variety of different scenes.
Take a tour. Yep.
Fun for the whole family.
It's all free, I think.
Yeah, it's at Strait Farmhouse, Garden City Historical Museum. That's at 6221 Merriman Road in Garden City. Phone 734-838-0650. It'll be every Wednesday and Saturday in October from noon to 3. And 2 evenings, October 28th and 29th from 6:30 to 8. For more information or to see photos of past skeleton exhibits, visit our website at www.sfhonline.org. There is no charge for this event. Children are welcome to wear their costumes. Garden City Project Grad 2017 is having a Halloween road rally. It'll be Saturday, October 29th. Is there anything else going on that day? From at 3 o'clock p.m. Start your engines. $20 per person, 4-person vehicle, 2 o'clock check-in. Garden City High School parking lot, which I believe is supposed to be above water now. 65.
Is that true?
6500 Middle Belt Road. You must have a copy of a valid driver's license and proof of insurance presented at check-in. Dinner is going to be provided, prizes awarded based on team points. Points going to be earned for correct answers, costumes, team spirit, extra credit photo ops. Each team should have a car, a smartphone, and 4 crazy fun people. Students may participate, but you must have a driver 18 years or older. There will be no speeding. If you're issued a traffic ticket of any kind, you will be disqualified.
You know, that's funny. Back in the day, road rallies, there was no cell phones allowed. Now they would say you can have smartphones with you, so
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Remember, this is fun. We do not want you hurt or to get a ticket. That is not fun.
No.
You can register your team at any time with payment. Registration deadline October 23rd. Rules of the road rally will be given upon registration. Contact them at witth@gardencityschools.com or call or text 734-612-5274. Here's a new one. Mom-to-mom sale at the Garden City High School, Saturday, November 5th. Seems like there was something else going on that day.
A lot of stuff going.
I think we're raking some leaves.
November 5th's a busy
I think
weekend.
we're raking some leaves. This is going to be from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's $1 or early bird, 8:30 a.m., $2. Large item area, 85 plus tables, bake sale and food. For more information, email gcmom2momsale@hotmail.com. Agreement on www.facebook.com/gcmom2momsale. Coming soon, Peter and the Starcatcher. I got an announcement on that coming up. Okay, the mobile office is coming to you, as we already mentioned. The mobile Secretary of State's office will allow you to renew your driver's license and ID cards, obtain license plates and tabs, title and register vehicles and watercraft, register to vote, change your address, pay with MasterCard, Visa, or Discover, and much more. Renew up to 6 months in advance. No forms needed beforehand. Accessible to people with disabilities. Saturday, November 5th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Garden City City Hall parking lot, 6000 Middle Belt. And the Laughing Pig Comedy Festival.
Got our tickets.
Yep. Comedy fundraiser for the Arts Center of Garden City, celebrating the art of stand-up comedy and named in honor of Garden City's mascot, Willie the Pig, will take place on Sunday, November 13th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Garden City Moose, which is 29137 Ford Road in Garden City. The headliner for the 2016 event is Ken Evans. Bringing a boy next door persona to the stage. Ken has an observational style of comedy that relates to every audience member. His energy is electric, and his act is very visual, bringing his comedy to life with his command of the stage. The Orlando Sentinel said, Ken Evans' biting wit is like viewing life through broken glass. Evans has appeared on NBC's Ed, Caroline's Comedy Hour, and Last Comic Standing. The host and MC for the Laughing Pig event is Garden City's own famous Kevin Kramus.
Good
I think
guy,
they have another
Kevin.
comedian too lined up, but I don't know who it is.
Yeah, I can't think of the name.
Tickets are $20, can be purchased in advance at the downtown Garden City DDA office or from Fleming Financial Services or at the door the night of the show. For questions, please contact John Fleming at 734-604-0227 or John at FlemingFinancialSvcs.com. Doors open at 4. And finally, if you enjoyed
Fiddler on the Roof.
then you're probably going to enjoy the Garden City High School presentation of Peter and the Starcatcher,
Community Theater is back.
a grown-ups prequel to Peter Pan's. Played by Rick Ellis, music by Wayne Barker, based on the novel by Dave Barry and Ridley Pearson. Original production on Broadway by Nancy Nagel Gibbs, Greg Schaffert, Eva Price, Tom Smedis, and Disney Theatrical Productions. This is going to be November 17th, 18th, and 19th at 7 p.m. and November 20th at 2 p.m. General admission seating. Tickets are $10. Box office opens 90 minutes before each show. It's the O'Leary Performing Arts Center, 6500 Middlebelt Road in Garden City, Michigan. Peter and the Starcatcher is presented through special arrangements with Music Theater International. All authorized performances materials are also supplied by Music Theater International, www.mtishows.com. And that's all I have tonight, Gary.
That's it?
That's it.
Man, you need to take a break after all that. Oh, well, as you mentioned, the GCBA is hosting this year's Trunk or Treat along with the DDA. We're still accepting donations of candy. Any amount you wish to donate would be greatly appreciated. If you're interested in making a donation, please contact our chairperson, Elaine, at 734-502-2046.
Yeah, I just brought you another bag of candy, courtesy of...
You did?
Yeah, Millie Tiskowitz.
Oh, awesome.
From the Library
That's
Commission.
awesome. Beautiful.
Picked that up at the Kiwanis meeting today.
Bless you, man.
Bless her.
Bless her, too. Well, you made a donation, too, big bag.
Yeah.
Elaine's email is esalter, that you mentioned, 1125@yahoo.com, or you can drop it off at the DDA office, 29213 Ford Road, 734-261-2830. So far, as of a little while ago, we have 1,205 that are going and close to 3,500 interested. So it looks like we're going to match or break last year's attendance.
Which was spectacular.
It's
Or
really
spooktacular, I'm sorry.
spooktacular, yes. So candy donations would be very much welcome. This is this year because it's a free family event. We are asking for donations of non-perishable or canned food items for our home food pantry. A collection area will be available. So bring your kids, your grandkids, your neighbors' kids. It's a great event. And did I mention we're also going to have Star Wars Stormtroopers there? We're going to have the Garden City Fire Department with their fire trucks. Sparky the Fire Dog is going to be there. Also, the Garden City Police will be participating with K-9 Officer Bruce Shippey and Rudy. And as long as the weather is good, Olaf from Frozen is supposed to show up. So we'll see how that goes. I've also confirmed that Senator David Knisik, our good friend to the show here, and Commissioner Glenn Anderson will be there as well. Several local businesses and residents participating. So now we're just praying for good weather. But in case, we have scheduled a makeup day, which will be Saturday, October 29th from 5:30 to 7 p.m., same time, same place. 4 o'clock setup for the trunks. I just want to mention that if you'd like to be a guest on our show, it's very easy. Just send us an email at gccommunitychat@gmail.com. We'll shoot you some available dates, and that's all there is to it. Maybe you own a business or belong to an organization you'd like to share your information with us in the surrounding communities. If so, this is the forum for you. Once again, the email, gccommunitychat@gmail.com, or give us a call, 734-788-9319. We look forward to hearing from you. Are you a business owner, a resident, or community advocate interested in serving the business community? If so, the Garden City Business Alliance is looking for you. Becoming a member is very easy. Just visit their website at gardencitybusinessalliance.org. Fill out the contact page or give them a call at 734-788-9319 for more information. Also visit their Facebook page at facebook.com/Garden City Business Alliance. So why not consider joining the GCBA and be a part of moving the business community forward? Or better yet, why not come to their next membership meeting as their guest, November 11th, 9 a.m. at the Straight Farmhouse in the Grand Parlor, 6221 Merriman Road, just north of Ford Road. We thank the GCBA. We thank GCBA member Mark Hammer and all the folks over there for hosting our morning meetings. We really appreciate it. So we hope you'll be able to attend, and we'd love to meet you and become a member of the GCBA. Okay, before we sign off, please jot these numbers down. If you'd like to become a volunteer for the DDA events, call Kim or Teresa at 734-261-2830. The DDA office, once again, is located at 29213 Ford Road. And once again, if you'd like to become a member of the GCBA or a volunteer for any of their upcoming events, call 734-788-9319. Okay, I think, Mike, we're ready to call this a podcast. See how entertaining we are? He sings. We do echo. I want to thank our guests, Kim White Jenkins and Candace Westbrook. Thank you very much for coming on. Hope you enjoyed yourself. It was painless, right?
It was wonderful. Thank you. You're great hosts.
Awesome. Thank you for coming. Also, thanks to my co-hosts, Tom and Mike. Great job as always. Thanks to our gardeners, Joey and Holly, and thanks to all our listeners on TalkShoe and to those that will be watching the show on our YouTube channel sometime tomorrow. We really appreciate your support every week. Remember, the audio from tonight's show will be available on Facebook, facebook.com/GCChat, shortly after we sign off tonight. And you can also go to our main show page, TalkShoe.com, call ID 82757, and look for all of the shows over there. Our video of tonight's show, like I said, will be on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/CommunityChatShow. And if you like the show, don't forget to subscribe. Just click on the little red button right below the video. All right, remember, the success of a community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses. And if you see something, say something. Look out for one another out there. For all your weather information, head on over to DopperTomsWeather.com. He's got a great little website over there, nice and clean, easy to use. So on behalf of Tom, Mike, Holly, Joey, this is Carrie saying take care. See you in 2 weeks. We'll be back November 3rd right here on TalkShoe.com, show ID 82757. Be safe and have a great weekend.
Great.
No, nervousness didn't really show up.
No, I don't think so either.
Thank you.
Well, we had a lot of people in there tonight.
Yeah, they're all friends of our guests.
Very good, very good.
That's what I'm saying. They probably were like, oh, what she look like.
All right, thank you, everybody. See ya. Bye.
All right.